Hello, guys. So I've had a question being asked by someone on my previous video that I shared with you on taxes. The question goes, what are the tax holidays that a business can get? Right. So in Ghana, there are tax holidays and tax reliefs, so to speak, that as a business or an individual you can actually enjoy. For the business side of taxes, right? Let me read to you what we have on the GRE portal. When you go to the GRE portal and you type business tax exemptions, some tax exemptions are there for you as a business. So one, it depends on the industry. It is industry specific. It is specific by function and operation of the industry. So it depends on which area that you are, like agro processing sector, and then the location where the processing sector is. In Accra or Tema area, there are some areas that they call the free zone. So when you engage your GRA officer responsible for your company, they can explain it a bit more further, which you can base on to apply. It's also available for manufacturing companies and also product-specific tax incentives. So manufacturing companies also located outside a regional capital, right? There are much details into it. I'm just giving you highlights on them. And then also product specific. There are specific product like as exporters of agricultural products. They are also open for some exemptions in there. So it's industry specific. So what you can do is to write to your GRA office that you have your file, and then ask them specifically that you want some tax exemptions. Let them know the activity, what you are dealing with. Then they can help you get some tax exemptions in there. Right. So basically, that's for business. And also on the side of personal, it's quite interesting, right? So for people who are actually in Ghana and working in Ghana, getting paid salaries every month, there are some what we call tax reliefs that you can actually enjoy. Right. Number one is marriage relief. If you are working in Ghana, you are getting paid salary, you can enjoy what you call marriage relief. That one, you, the man, can apply for it, and it goes to the up to 1,200 Ghana cedis per year. So every year you can get 1,200 Ghana cedis off your tax. That will not be taxed on; it will be given to you. So how the calculation is done is that so in Ghana, our tax reliefs are not given to us at the end of the year like cashback. So when you apply for it this year, the following year when it starts to apply, so that your calculation of your taxes will change. So therefore, you will be getting more take home when you apply this than you used to have when you did not apply. So that's marriage relief, and it says this relief is granted to resident individual who takes care of his wife or her husband, or takes care of at least two children. So that's the relief available for married couples. There are much details into it. So anytime you are ready to apply, feel free to enter any GRA office, and then they'll give you much better details in there. There's another relief that we call child education relief. If you have children, you can get up to 3 children, 600 cedis per child per year. So it means that if you have 3 children, you are getting 1,800 Ghana cedis off for the whole year, so, which is good. Sometimes people are married with children. You are not taking advantage of all these things. So explore with your GRA office anywhere you find it yourself. You can find an office, and then you can talk to them. They give you a form to fill, you follow, and then they will verify. I think there will be some documentation. If you are married, you should prove that you are married. You should be able to prove it. If you have children, you should be able to prove that you have children. There's another one called disability relief. With this one, it says this is granted to persons who prove to the satisfaction of the Commissioner General that they are disabled. This relief is granted to disabled persons who receive income from business or employment only. Sorry. The relief is 25% of the disabled person's income from business or employment. So people who are employed and are disabled or physically challenged, so to speak, can have this relief. Yes. So to our employers, people who have physically challenged or are disabled, you can still employ them in your business and they get them some tax relief. I think that even that one, I might have to check, but that one even has, as a business, if you are employing disabled people in your company, the business even can get some exemptions, some relief there. That one you may have to contact your tax expert for that, right? Right. So as an employer, you can also explore that, which will be good for you. Another relief that we have is old age relief. That one, it says this relief is granted to persons who are 60 years of age and above. The relief is up to 1,500 Ghana cedis per year. Yes. So if you are older person and you're doing your business and you have to be paying some personal income taxes, especially when you are running an enterprise, you can apply this relief every year. You can get some relief to reduce your tax burden, right? An aged dependent relief. It's called aged dependent relative relief. So you are taking care of a relative who is aged, right? You can apply for this relief. Some of us, we're taking care of our aged mothers, even grandmothers. You can even explore this relief. That one too says this relief is granted to a resident individual who takes care of a relative who is 60 years old and above. The relief is granted up to a maximum of 2 relatives. So if you have a mother and grandmother or mother and grandfather or whatsoever, 2 relatives. Okay. The relief does not apply to a dependent spouse or child. Right. And it says 2 persons cannot claim this relief in respect of the same relative. The relief is 1,000 Ghana cedis per year. So I'm married. I'm taking care of my mother, and my wife is also taking care of my mother. We both taking care of one person. We can't apply. One person can only apply for the other. I don't know if you get me right. Good. So one person cannot be applied for twice. So one person, I say I'm taking care of this person. You two, you say you are also taking care of that person. You can't apply twice. Yeah, so the rule does not apply to dependent spouse or child. 2 persons cannot claim a relief for one person. Yeah, that's what it also means, right? The other ones too. Education relief. So if you want to further your education within in the industry or the business that you are, you can always get an education relief for yourself. Yeah, so education relief. So that one, it says a resident individual can also be granted educational relief if that person undergoes training to update his or her professional, technical, or vocational skills or knowledge. This relief is up to 2,000 Ghana cedis a year. So if you are going to further your education, you can get some of these reliefs to help pay your school fees. It's very important. Those people who are doing masters or want to further their education whatsoever, it's good for you. At least it will reduce your tax burden and get you some more money. There's another one called mortgage relief. This is very simple. It says mortgage interest relief is a tax relief based on the amount of qualifying mortgage interest that you pay in a given tax year for your principal private residence. And this relief can be enjoyed for only one building. So mortgage, when you buy a building in paying in installments, you have this building that you are living in, and then you are buying it. You are paying for it month to month for a certain number of years. That you can also ask for a tax relief. So these are all the personal tax reliefs as a personal individual you can enjoy. This is your whole section of tax reliefs. I believe I answered your question. Keep your comments coming and let me know if there's something that you want me to highlight a little bit more. Thank you very much for your time.